Hey, how's it going? I'm DJ Than from Fairbanks, Alaska, and this is Axis Picks, Clawhammers, and Footstools. Yes! And so what we got going on today, now, here, in the very now that we inhabit together, the very moment, the instant of recognition. We're here to rock and roll. That's what rock radio is all about. Yes, indeed. And so what do we got? Well, we have an original and cover side by side. Why? Because I love to do that so much. If you like the original, then, you're always going to be a little curious as to someone else's take on it. That is the curiosity we indulge in original and cover side by side. Aren't you lucky? I feel lucky just to be here. What, you ask, is the original? Well, the original is from Ireland's famous punk folks, or folk punks. Yeah, they could be considered either folk punks or punk folks. The Pogues. And Shane MacGowan, who we lost last year, shockingly so, because we would have expected him to die at any point within the last 30 years. The fact that he lasted to 65, I believe he was 65 when he died. The fact that he lasted to 65 is just a miracle, a flippin' miracle. It must be genetics, He just is tough old Irishman, tough old rotten-toothed Irishman, drunken rotten-toothed Irishman. I mean, I don't mean to engage in stereotypes or anything, but that's what he is. This is what he was. So the song is A Pair of Brown Eyes. The Pogues. takes you far and away to the rolling green hills of the Emerald Isle. Ah, yeah, takes you there. So who, you ask, could feel the need, the chutzpah, the guts, the nads, the stones to cover the Pogues, a pair of brown eyes? Well, Chan Marshall, also known by her stage name as Cat Power, she does a rousing version, which we're going to listen to right now. Right now. Cat Power, pair of brown eyes.
One summer evening, dropped to hell, stood there nearly lifeless. An old man in the corner sang where the water lilies grow. And on the jukebox, Johnny sang about a thing called love. And it's how you kid and what's your name and how would you blame know? In blood and death, neath the screaming sky, I lay down on the ground. And the arms and legs of other men were scattered all around. Some cursed, some prayed, then cursed, then prayed, then bled some more. And the only thing that I could see was a pair of brown eyes that was looking at me. When we got back, labeled parts 1, 2, 3, there was no pair of brown eyes waiting for me. And I'll rove, and I'll rove, and I'll rove, and I'll go. And I'll rove, and I'll rove, and I'll rove, and I'll go. And I'll rove, and I'll rove, and I'll rove, and I'll go. For a pair of brown eyes. I looked at him, he looked at me. All I could do was hate him. While Ray and Philomena sang of my elusive dreaming, I saw the streams, the rolling hills, where his brown eyes were waiting. And I thought about a pair of brown eyes that waited once for me. So drunk to hell, I left the place, sometimes crawling, sometimes walking. A hungry sound came through the breeze, so I gave the walls a talking. And I heard the sounds of long ago from the old canal. The birds were whistling in the trees, where the wind was gently laughing. And I'll roll, and I'll roll, and I'll roll, and I'll go. And I'll roll, and I'll roll, and I'll roll, and I'll go. And I'll roll, and I'll roll, and I'll roll, and I'll go. For a pair of brown eyes. Pair of brown eyes.
Chan Marshall, Cat Power, stripping it down to the bone. Yeah. Yeah, now that is an interesting cover. I like that take. The Pogues, Cat Power, original and cover, side by side, a pair of brown eyes. I'm DJ Than from Fairbanks, Alaska, and this pair of green eyes is looking at you tune on in to Axes, Picks, Clawhammers, and Footstools, and be so used to, you're just going to have to get used to getting surprised. As a matter of fact, being surprised is going to be normal. It's going to be no big thing anymore, because every time you come here, you're going to be surprised, I think. I'm surprised that people come back. I'm DJ Than from Fairbanks, Alaska. This is Axes, Picks, Clawhammers, and Footstools.